been a little while, but I was inspired to get back on YouTube actually by, drumroll, Alberto Nunez. So 3DMJ, probably a lot of you guys that follow me on here follow 3DMJ, follow Alberto. He is one of probably the first natural bodybuilders that I started following who was documenting his progress throughout his preps, and just someone that's really inspired me. And I watched his latest vlog, and he was talking about how he just sort of wasn't sharing as much during a time when he was injured and that sort of thing. And I feel like in the past year, I just felt like my journey isn't that exciting, and so I haven't been sharing as much. You think about like when you're going through a contest prep or you're in a powerlifting prep, it's like, all right, you're hitting this PR this week, you're hitting this volume PR the next week, you're hitting a new weight one week, you're hitting a new low weight the next week in terms of body weight, like if you're prepping. But kind of in the off season, when improvements are actually made, that's when I tend not to share as much, because I feel like it's kind of boring, and I'm like, well, I'm up 2 pounds on the scale this week, woo, and I shoulder pressed 5 more pounds. Like, it's just not like exciting to me. But there's a lot of things that I go through as an athlete and as a coach that I think are important to share with you guys. And so many of you who have been following me since the beginning days of KDN 100, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the support you've given me, and I appreciate just the community too that's been built up and that I'm very fortunate to be a part of. And so I think it's not only helpful for myself to put out content, and like the other day I was looking back at some old videos of like my beginning powerlifting days, and I was like, wow, that was a long time ago, and like it just was fun to watch. And so I want to have that to look back upon from this time period in my life. And then also, I think, as Alberto said in his latest video, he said leading by example. And so a lot of things that I tell my clients to do, you know, I want to be showing, or I want to be demonstrating that I'm not just saying it, I'm actually doing it. And so, you know, giving you guys kind of an insight back into my training, back into my nutrition, back into kind of where I'm at in my journey, I think is something I want to start doing this year. This past year hasn't been necessarily like the most exciting year because I've come off contest prep that ended at the end of 2017, had a bit of a kind of a rough transition back to just like normal life, and gaining quite a bit of weight in terms of like recovery and that sort of thing. And it wasn't like the smoothest journey. So sometimes the last thing I want to do is like get in front of a camera and be like, yeah, so this week was not good, because there's a lot of just vulnerability in that. But at the same time, I think that's something I want to continue to do. And I don't want to necessarily like pull back because I feel like, well, this is boring and no one cares, because I think there are a lot of things that I go through that could maybe help you guys too if you're going through something similar. So that's my little spiel, and I'm just going to upload this video, and then this next week my goal is going to be to film horizontally many of my lifts, and then I will upload a training log weekly, like I used to do. So yeah, so what else is there that you guys want to see? What else do you like hearing? I've been sort of like out of the YouTube game and out of this vlog sort of thing that I feel like I don't really even know what people value. I know they value seeing me train and some of my insight, but if you could, you know, just whatever you enjoy, that would be great too, so I can reconnect kind of with you guys and with my community, because I feel like this is a much more personal way as opposed to just like an Instagram post. Instagram's great, Facebook is great, but this is a different level, and it's better, in my opinion, to just check in and tell you how things are going and what I'm going through, and maybe you guys can benefit from it as well. So yeah, I'm just glad to be back, and I want to thank Alberto for his role in me posting this video, because I wouldn't have done it. So go watch his video, it's very good. And yeah, so all right, peace out, guys. I'm gonna go train and film some things horizontally so they will upload to YouTube. Bye.